to light, laughter, and lattes on Oneness Talk Radio, YouTube and Facebook, and later, hopefully, on Spotify and some of those other places. I am your host tonight. I am Patty Markham Peterson. And tonight, I wanted to just offer a little time talking about the energy that we're swimming in as we enter. Those of us in the United States here are entering into Thanksgiving, and this starts a whole period of holidays, doesn't it? Think of December, so many different holidays coming there, and gatherings and time together. And I know for some people that this can end up being rather stressful. And for some, perhaps not. And maybe even others, it can be painful. Perhaps they've lost a loved one who used to be around the beautiful table with them, and they're not there this year. That's a huge transition. Now, also, today on Wednesday, November 23rd, we're sitting in a beautiful new moon, a powerful new moon. There's big energy today. Have you slowed down to pay attention? I know for myself, and I've witnessed this in a few others in my life, whether they're clients. I am a medical intuitive, quantum healer, holistic healer for over 25 years now. And so in my day-to-day of working with clients and others and my connections with my beautiful light family, many of us are witnessing that we are going through these past weeks. There was opportunities to heal some really old wounds or some maybe repetitive patterns that we had healed before or thought we did. And then they're showing up little remnants, perhaps just an extra little cleaning up. And so many people have felt this in their body and maybe emotions in other areas of their life, giving them an opportunity to say, okay, let's do one more sweep through and let's release what I'm becoming aware of that's not serving me and find what are some of the gifts and the lessons I'm developing in me in order to then step into the new beginnings, new moon, new beginnings. And I really felt that energy today. I personally took time in these last couple of weeks looking at some of the pains or limiting beliefs maybe that were showing up that weren't feeling so comfortable. And the way we each do that can be individual to us. There's a ton of, teachers, healers, practices that we may know on our own. Are we taking the time to not deny them, but look at them and say, okay, my mind's saying, I thought I healed this. And yet a part of me saying, no, there's a little more. And it can often be tied to that hurting inner child that needs a little more attention, or an area of ourselves to just accept and love some more, not to judge it. Go, yeah, let's just clean us up a little more, especially with the energy of this new moon. And now I get these new beginnings. What are our new beginnings? Right as we're going into this holiday season. And so I know, for some that, in the traditional way, we have, these big meals and maybe we're traveling and meeting up with family, and that can create almost like a rush or a chaos energy or an overwhelm. And then we get these opportunities. I remember working myself to the bone, so I was so exhausted, it was hard to enjoy the main event. And I don't do that anymore. I'm a little more tuned into what's filling my cup up, even though I may not do it all the time. We're more aware. So stress, we hear stress all the time as far as even traditional medical field science says, yes, stress contributes to illness, dis-ease. Well, what is stress? Stress is truly this perception that there's not enough of something to meet a need. Or perhaps it's carrying an expectation that things have to look a certain way. So if we're really honest with ourselves, is it possible that we could put more stress on ourselves than we need to by just holding on to some old expectations that may come from a past experience, a past hurt, trauma, belief? So how often are we stopping in the midst of this stress and connecting and saying, where in my body? Because we're going to go through the chakras here. Where in my body am I feeling that? Because within where in the body it is tells us a lot. For we are not just this physical being. That's the bottom of the energy bodies. The outer, next one out beyond our physical is this emotional body, carrying all the emotions that are connected to the mental body around that, which are all these beliefs that we have. They can be, most of them, unconscious until something shows up and we go, oh, maybe I did have a belief that I wasn't as deserving as I thought I was, or maybe I had a belief that I'm not doing this right. Or there can be a million of them. And so then that's the mental body. Then the outermost energy body is a spiritual energy body, that you know that you are more than this physical body, that there's this heart connection, this spiritual essence, a purpose, perhaps a heart song mission, something that there's more to the whole picture. And so truthfully, when we heal on that outermost spiritual energy, there's a big healing effect that goes down through the mental, emotional, and physical. So I never look at a physical symptom as just physical. That's how we're trained as medical intuitives and holistic healers. It's a manifestation of an underlying energy pattern. Are we willing to look and take the time? In that emotional body, we often have to feel to heal. And those of us that have walked through great grief, we know that there is no way over it, around it, or under it. We must feel all the feelings, go through all those emotions, all those stages of shock, anger, grief, in order to get through to the other side of finding some joy in life, some sort of balance, resolution. We will never forget them, the person. We don't disengage from all of it. We've come to a peace around that piece of the person in our lives. We start beginning to find a new way. And so my heart goes out to those that may be feeling a lot of grief during this holiday. May you nourish and nurture and do for you whatever it is you might need to change the pattern of how you celebrate in order to find a new way. I know I had to do that in my first years after the loss of my husband. And some people like to keep the consistent patterns because that gives them more comfort. Perfect. Just tune in what would serve my highest good. And so how can we maintain in spite of, it's not only our own perhaps stress, distress going on, but we're swimming with a lot of that in the energies around us. We've got the planetary thought body where everybody's fears and anxieties are, and we swim in that. So how can we start to discern, well, is this mine or is this somebody else's I'm picking up? It's all about who are we hanging out with? Where are we going? What kind of environments are we swimming in, staying in, choosing? And as we start this journey and on this new moon, perhaps we're saying, I'm going to be a little more diligent in my self-care around where I expend my energy. Who am I choosing to be with? Because if you're on the spiritual journey, the awakened journey, the living more from our soul self, our authentic, timeless beingness, we're going to continually be guided what will support that in today's environment. And especially with, the news media, social media, where there's a lot of judgment, blame, fear energy. And most of my clients will tell me, I noticed that I really can't listen to the news anymore. Kudos. That's a beautiful sign, because that you start noticing, I feel down, I feel lower, I'm losing hope. Whereas when we do practices and choose activities that enliven us and help us feel more peaceful, we send that out too, into the greater good. And each heart that does that contributes a huge amount of positive ripple effect energy. It's more than our mind can really wrap around at times. So, starting with that physical body, all the common things, are we resting and taking enough downtime? Are we nourishing and nurturing our bodies, not just eating mindlessly or to numb some feelings? We all do it. There's not a judgment. However, are we becoming more conscious of when we do that? and when we connect with certain foods, the higher fat, the sweeter, maybe I'm wanting a little bit of sweetness in my life. And so start noticing how am I caring for my body? Am I even drinking enough water? Helps us with flow and nourishes all of our cells, because I'm at least 75% water. And so how about also, as we move into the emotional body, thinking about, can I acknowledge an emotion I have without believing I'm that emotion? Can we find a safe place to perhaps cry, vent, and just release it? Maybe we'll find what's underneath feeding it. Can we offer ourselves some of that nurturing and nourishment? Can we ask for help? How often, and some of us, by our past experiences, I can figure this out myself and I don't want to burden anybody. What are we noticing around that? Can we ask for that support? We really need it in today's world. And if there isn't anybody in your life right now that you feel will really understand you, please send me a message. I'm here to support you and help you to really believe in you and trust your own guidance. And so be with those emotions, because if we deny them, they fester, they create congested energy, which can contribute to an illness or a disease. And so I see day in and day out, when we clear the energies and an emotion may come, and then we might find the belief, and then, wow, now we have this more space. What are we going to put in that space, in that area of the body and energy field? What will bring us more joy? What will feed our spirit at this time? And so not to just judge any emotion, not to deny it, sit with it and honor that it's there, but not stay swimming in it forever. Or we may touch on our self-pity and then go to the offering some support and self-nurturing. Then we can find the gift or the lesson, and not to be stay in that victim or self-pity part. And then in that mental energy body, we can find, as I mentioned a little earlier, some unconscious old beliefs that can be still, operating, that aren't serving. Where we are now, new beginnings, uplifting, ever evolving. And I recently witnessed a little bit more areas of around neediness, and that's coming from that hurting inner child. How often do we recognize, when we feel really off, that there's that aspect of ourselves that's saying, you haven't been nurturing me lately. You're not listening to the inner voice. I need to just feel I'm heard and accepted. That's an example. And so when our mind is really overactive, there's often a hurting inner child piece in there that may come forward with a life script of, I did something wrong, I'm not good enough, I don't fit in. An aspect of that yet to look at and resolve, because that's not the truth of who we are, this divine infinite being in form for the greater good. So taking care on all those areas. Do you have spiritual practices that uplift you, that help all the energy bodies, especially during these times? Perhaps now some of us, are we looking at these obligations? Perhaps, we're being invited to a extended family event. And does that really serve who we are now if we're not feeling enjoy about it? Perhaps we are, but looking at some of the old ways and obligations, are they fulfilling me in this moment? And those obligations can change. I witnessed that myself. As far as something that I really liked before, now is feeling heavy and an obligation. I'm going, I guess I can't do that anymore. There's something else I'm choosing to replace that with. Always listening to our own inner guidance, trusting it. How much might be coming from the hurting inner child? That's okay. Or the ego self, that's okay. At first, we'll get clarity on that until we purify more, and then the heart becomes more clear, and the guidance is more vibrant, right? Quick, not right. Pure, easily felt and known, trusted. So that's the key. Keep listening to your body. I'm going to offer this chakra balancing. And, we're going from the old traditional chakra system that had certain beliefs into the new ascended chakra system at this time on the planet. If you want to know more about that, please go to shriandkira.com, SRIANDKIRA.com. And you'll find a lot more. As medical intuitives, we purify the lower chakras to live from our heart, and then we open up behind me here this great helmet of 12-pointed chakra system of greater connection to our infinite self and the source creator. And so I see this every day in my life, where just clearing out and offering through the tones and the sounds and the affirmation and intention, which is most important, we feel this upliftment. When we carry a higher state of consciousness and upliftment, we offer this emanation out, and we are a gift to all. And our guidance is that much more clear, and hopefully more health and happiness and joy. Symptoms can sometimes just go away. They'll be there for a bit, and it's an energy congestion. We clear the energy congestion, and the symptom can go away. Sometimes we need a little more work around that, or deeper clarity on what's contributing to that energy congestion or symptom. Yet it's always a call to consciousness. Pain is always a call. And it's saying, pay attention here. I've got a message. And the more that we trust listening to that part of the body, then it will reveal to us what is needed, what is ready to be let go of. So let's take a few breaths, and we will end with this. It's a shorter show today, just offering this little bit of energy, clarity, clearing to each one of us. And as we choose to align in our center balance of our heart, you will embrace greater joy for the highest good of all. So if you feel like joining and taking this moment now to, hopefully, I encourage, closing the eyes a little so you can tune in. I see and hear my body easier, more clearly when I'm not looking out at distractions. So I encourage the closing the eyes, and take our conscious breath, and we bring it down to that traditional root chakra at the tip of the tailbone. That is a rich area. Breathing into that. So, as each breath you take in, envision that being crystalline. What if I imagine, Tilly, trust and know? Breathing that in, the closed mouth, in the nose, down to that tip of that tailbone. This is opening the energy there. There we go. Vibrant area. This governs all of our bones, every bit of our skeletal system, the bones even up here. Yet it's a lot about the legs, the knees. Anybody got issues there? The ankles, the feet, the hips. And this center is all about, my safe being me. Do I feel supported in life? And as we heal that, we can step into this sense of beingness. We know the universal flow goes through us. So the golden chalice will help us remove, if we choose to release, any beliefs around being uncomfortable in our own skin, that I'm really not yet feeling safe being me. Hold that intention to release that energy out. Breathe that in. Feel that golden tone purify and clear. And now with the C note, how about if you hold this clarity and the truth around this affirmation? I take action from guided doingness. I recognize that abundance flows from an efforts to serve the needs of others from an open heart. This abundance flows through, this is a money area. If we feel lack in abundance, believe and feel that universal flow as you also claim, I deserve because I was born. Now breathe that balanced energy, that traditional orb will lift into an infinity symbol. There we go. And now bring it into your sacral, below the belly button. And fill with your breath, fill that whole pelvis with light. And let's release any old identities that we carried that aren't serving. The past identities that are tied to old wounds, we're ready to release attachment to those. Any of those scripts of I'm not good enough, whatever. Take a deep conscious breath, send that out. And you may witness, out the front and back, you may witness. I really felt a trigger in the throat if somebody had that, a related from letting go of that old identity can sometimes another area may speak out in the body, our truth chakra. We witness, go, interesting, and just hold that intent of releasing that old identity as we now really claim, I create wholeness by loving all of myself. I choose wholeness by loving all of myself. Feel that energy. Really nourishing. This is our creative center. This is where we birth our dreams. The beautiful reproductive system. Feel your dreams in there in the womb of creation being ready to be birthed on this new moon. Sparkling, energizing. As we release those old identities and congested energy around some of the old pain of the past, we can create more energizing creation energy. Thank you for joining. Thank you for receiving. Now lifting that energy, it's coming out the front and the back, your body with the energy around you, your aura, and all the way out. We draw to us and repel by this energy from the chakras. So seeing the richness of purified root and sacral chakras, first and second. Now take that purified energy and bring it up to your solar plexus. Breathing there. There we go. This power center, the old power over manipulating others. Breathing now, offering crystalline breath here. And this is where we want to release old patterns of control. Often we try to control things to feel safe. Let's take a deep breath and send that out. And this is really about claiming all our talents, gifts, and skills. Now with the energy, this new moon, all that we've gone through, really think of a new quality that you claim about who you are. Yes, I embrace this quality. Bring it into that solar plexus because the outermost energy here is trust. On the spiritual level, it's trust. Let's anchor the trust in ourselves. There we go. Feed that energy there. This is often where we'll hold anxieties. Deep conscious breath. I give myself permission to claim all my gifts, skills, and talents to serve in the world. I have a strong sense of self-worth. Claim that worth. Believe it. Feel it. That beautiful vibrancy. It may feel like a yellow sun, and then it goes into an infinity symbol out the front and back. Clear out that back especially. There. Feel that balancing energy. First, second, third. Become peace, love. Now this becomes joy. Solar plexus is a sense of joy of just being here in this body, in this life. Beautiful. Now let's lift into the heart center. Beautiful heart center. And this is where we can hold those old wounds. Maybe we've been through betrayals and hurts. Maybe we have these heart wounds where we don't have a strong sense of self. Maybe we have some unforgiveness we're not even really aware of. What if we take this deep, conscious, intentional breath and say, I'm ready now to release any unforgiveness that I may hold in my body and energy, and let that go and dissolve it, purify it with your intention. Beautiful. Especially at the back of the heart. This is often where we can carry old wounds in the back, sending the light from your inside out. Beautiful. Inside out, back where it came, whatever pain's there. And we're really claiming now that this, I'm claiming all the gifts and lessons from my pain. I choose to claim my gifts, lessons from the pain. I release this unforgiveness I may unconsciously or consciously harbor. There we go. And envision this light filling you up, and these burdens from the shoulders fall. We carry burdens here. And that beautiful heart energy goes out the arms, where we bring in the new on the left side, and your right is letting go of the old, and we embrace and bring to us. and give away. Feel that energy. Embracing yourself. Purified heart. I am love. I am love. I am love. Love is. Global, partner, and self, all in balance. If there's not partner, it's partnering, it's family. Now breathe that balanced energy into our throat. Beautiful infinity symbol that goes side to side and then up and down as a generator to lift up into this divine galactic blueprint of the 12 pointed chakra system above us now on the planet. Through the throat chakra, truth chakra, lifting up, breathing in there. Now let's hold the intention to release anything about truths we've swallowed that maybe are not serving our highest good anymore. I'm now purified. Or maybe that the belief that I wasn't safe to be heard, or a belief that I didn't trust my inner voice. Any of that that's limiting. Choose to let that go now. Especially out the back again. Chakras go out the front and back. There you are. Pure crystalline G note helps clear our throat. Feel that purified. May you now really have a strong sense of your own inner voice and take action. Trusting that inner voice, your own guidance. Feel that relaxing in the jaw. This governs our respiratory system. Any lung issues? Throat is it. Thyroid? Get some nourishing energy in there. Parathyroids, larynx. Beautiful. Relaxing that jaw, the teeth. Now the next chakra is our sixth, our third eye. How about who's ready to see beyond appearances? Who's ready to connect with the mysteries of the universe? Let's let go of the limiting beliefs here. One is, again, this, when we have congested energy off to this right side of this chakra, it's tied up in the family of origin or past partners where we have not claimed our gifts from any friction we may have had. So again, unforgiveness will show up here. Or having a fear of trusting your own guidance, your own personal guidance to spirit. Let's take this opportunity to send out what's not serving right now. I release feeling unsafe to see beyond appearances. There we are. I claim support from my spiritual family. Spiritual family, my personal guidance. I trust my personal guidance with spirit. There you are. Opening up that third eye. Brilliant, bright. Seeing. Nourishing and nurturing the pineal, the pituitary, the hypothalamus, parts of the brain. Richly governing our endocrine system. Now, if we had a problem in the pancreas, it governs here, but it's also our third chakra. Okay? Thyroid. Got thyroid issues? It's first or sixth. Look at the themes in the sixth chakra. Then is our fifth. This truth, trusting our own truth, listening to the inner voice. All right. Now take your conscious breath and let's go back to that traditional root chakra. Check in again. Beautiful root chakra foundation. Feeling safe. I'm in peace being in this form in this lifetime. And now breathe that all the way up the spine, creating a beautiful clarity, crystalline energy. And then now send it up your crown, the seventh chakra. Beautiful. And this now, I feel energy. And now this may come like a fountain. Beautiful fountain in front of you, side of you, behind you. And feel this cleansing. Now let's clear out. Some of us took on through the generations or in our life this fear that there's a judging God, a punitive God, any dogmatic religious beliefs. I'll see these from past lives even affecting, to the side here and pulling energy away so we're not in our clear guidance within our own connection with the infinite. So let's hold an intent to release any of that, any fears, judgments. And now call in. The divine is a powerful, omnipresent omnipresent force in my life. I know that all life is connected. Everything I do affects everything else in the universe. And that is truth. Everything I do affects everything else in the universe. Feel that energy clearing, centering, really affirming the truth in the ascended state. Your guidance, your wisdom you can trust. That filters down to all of the chakras. Now feel your beautiful new beginnings on this new moon today in this energy all around you, in your aura. You've just purified sides, front, sparkling. What's in your intentions in this new moon for this chapter as we head into these last parts of the 2022? Breathe that in there. Breathing it in, feel it. Feel the sparkles of the new, the co-creative power that you are, the peace, the joy. And with a deep conscious breath, expand that aura out beyond your room. In front of you, behind you, above you. Expand it now beyond the state or country you're in. And now, the next breath, you're floating in the Milky Way. And see the edges of your aura expanded out, and you're floating in this beautiful supported cocoon of light. And the Milky Way and the cosmos are giving you greater love, support. You are being so honored for this life you have chosen to live your soul song, to live your authentic beingness for the highest good of all, for this planet, loving Mother Earth, giving us life. And then you breathe that back down around you. There you go. Put it under the feet. See orbs of light, lotuses under your feet that are now energizing, opening up this feet chakras to walk with this beautiful earth. Love her. As you heal her, you heal her. Beautiful Gaia. What a gift you are. I see your heart shining, sending a beacon out to those who are hurting, offering a healing by you being you, by putting your hand on somebody and accepting them where they are. This feels really tender. That this looking somebody into their eyes and fully accepting is a healing. Know that you make a difference. This world needs you. You are a most precious gift. And may this holiday season flow with great blessings, joys, insights, and gifts for all. Namaste. Thank you for being here.